So we are welcome to once again for accountancy class, grade 11. So as you know very well that last chapter discussed very important trial balance and rectification of errors. We discussed detailedly about how to prepare trial balance. We are given the formula about preparation of trial balance and very important rectification of errors. Very interesting chapter. Okay. Now we are moving for next chapter, chapter number 7. Okay, so under this chapter, there are two contents. One is depreciation, other is provision and reserves. Okay, that's what the title of chapter number 7. Depreciation, part 1, provisions and reserves, 2 parts. So, first we are going to discuss this part, provisions and reserves. Okay, then we go for the depreciation. So, then only you can clearly understood. Okay, so the provisions and reserves. So very important in accountancy. So what is the meaning of provision? So what is the meaning of reserve? That's what we are going to discuss detailedly. It's a very interesting chapter, very important one. So based upon the concept. So you study the concept in second chapter now. So whatever the concept you discussed, now we are going to incorporate. So here you can clearly understood the importance of concept. Okay, that's what the provisions and reserve. Okay, so I repeat once again. Now we are in chapter number 7. Depreciation, provisions and reserve. First we are going to discuss provisions and reserve. So after completion of that discussion, then you go for the depreciation. Okay. So first, provisions. What is the meaning of provisions? As you know very well that provisions means what? As a day-to-day activities even or household item, you will say every month your mother will prepare the list. They will say provisions. Requirement of what? When for cooking purpose, need of the ingredients. So they will prepare one list. Usually they will say provisions. Right? So the same manner. So what is the provisions? So every month, mother will prepare the list of the provision to maintain the food. Okay. So what are we are going to need of this month? How much you are going to allocate for electricity, rent, like that. Similarly, you want to buy some vegetables, then ingredients like rice, dal, like that. Okay, oil. So same manner here, provisions. That's why I'm telling that example. You can interrelate it with that example. Every month, so hereafter even you can prepare your home. So you have the develop that habit to maintain the provision list every month. So whatever requirement of the, suppose every month what is the capacity of the requirement of the rice, how many kgs you require. Suppose that particular end of the month, anything excess, so next month, what is the need of your remaining rice, how many kgs for the subsequent month. So that is the idea, now itself you can maintain. Same manner here, provisions. So you can easily understand the meaning of provisions, that's what I related that example. Okay, so here provisions means what? Okay, it's a very important one. See the amount set aside, that is very important. Amount set aside for the purpose of providing for any known liability. So, you want to allocate, set aside for the purpose, some purpose, requirement of some purpose, to make it, you can keep some money for the future purpose. Okay, that's what the idea here. Repeat, the amount, some amount, maybe depends upon the requirement of the company. Okay, so amount, set aside, this word is very important. For the purpose of providing for any known liability. See, it is a known liability. But only thing here, that known liability may be certain, may be uncertain. That's what this word is very important. Uncertain loss. So, that is unexpected, correct? So, we can't anticipate, unexpected, correct? So, that's what uncertain loss. So, when you are running the business, sometimes uncertain loss will come. That's what the idea began for creation of provisions. Understood now? That's what each and everywhere here very important. So, any known liability may be uncertain loss or expenses. Suppose any expenses. So the amount of which cannot be ascertained. So we can't fix the amounts. This is the amount we are going to be. So exactly we can't fix. Okay. So only you can anticipate the amount, approximate amount. Because of the last year, based upon the last year, you are going to create some amount for the future. What are the uncertain loss or expense? Okay, the amount of which cannot be ascertained. That's what each and every word that I'm making you with the reasonable accuracy. In accountancy, you know the accuracy, the first objective. What is accountancy? We know that accuracy, very clearly we want to know accuracy is referred to as provision. Okay, now understood meaning of provision? So I repeat once again, each and every word is very, very important. The amount set aside for the purpose of providing for any known liability. It may be uncertain loss or expense. The amount of which cannot be ascertained. That word is very important. Cannot be ascertained. It's not fixed. It's not certain. It is uncertain. Okay. May or may not happen. So that which cannot be ascertained with reasonable accuracy. So reasonable accuracy is referred as provision. You understood? No? That's what the provisions. The word is set aside. That word is very, very important. The amount set aside for future requirement, for future purpose. That's what I telling you the example about. So in our house, we will prepare every month requirement of provision. You will say provision list, correct? So we will prepare the requirement of provision every month. Then we will go to the market and we will buy for it, correct? For the entire month. So correct. That's why you can able to run our family very easy. Otherwise, what will happen? So maybe vegetables at least once in 3 days you can buy. But other things it's not good for every day go outside to buy rice every day 1 kg. So naturally what will happen? We are losing money also. Bulk purchase. So everyday purchase. So there is no planning. Understood? Same manner here, the provisions here very, very important for the company to set aside amount for the purpose of providing for uncertain loss or expenses. For the very, very important word which cannot be ascertained. That word is very important. Cannot be ascertained with reasonable accuracy is termed as provision. Okay. Again, detailed discussion. Okay, sir. Detailly, see, in other words, provision means what? You know, so providing for a liability on the basis of estimation. That's what is very, very important. So estimation, how we will do prepare the estimation when we compare with our previous year expenditure or previous year income or previous year happening of event. Based upon that, you are very much alert to avoid that loss or that expenses will go into prepare. You understood? That's what very, very important. So what are the provisions means? Providing for liability on the basis of some estimation. So that we can able to do very easily. Very simple. So last month requirement of oil is very well. Some 5 liters example. Okay. So maybe this month maybe due to Diwali and other preparation very well that requirement of oil is definitely more. For that we are going to provide for the amount, allocation amount for the especially oil for preparation of sweet like that. Right? So same manner here, in other words, provision means providing for liability on the basis of estimation. How? For earlier experience. Okay. So it means liability is certain. So anyway, definitely liability will come. The only thing, amount is not. Right? That's why we don't know how much amount going to allocate for that for last year or previous year allocation of the expenditure. So based upon that, we can make it with estimation. That's why liability is certain. But what is the problem here? We don't know how much amount we are going to provide. That's what here. Liability is certain, but amount is not. So other important meaning of provision, requirement of provision. Okay. So it should be noted that if the liability and the amount are certain, it will be an outright liability, not a provision. So that means what? Anyway, you know that what is the liability and what is the amount. There is no meaning for creating provision. What is provision? So set aside amount for the purpose of providing for uncertain liability. But here, suppose everything is certain. That's what this word. It should be noted that if the liability and amount are certain, so naturally we will say it will be outright liability, not a provision. So the provision name won't come. Understood? So that's why, see, everything is certain, no question of provision. So no need to create the provision. Anyway, you know that we will do the entry, whatever it is. Okay. So whatever they happen, now automatically you want to show in our trading and profit and loss account. Correct. So that's what here that meaning. Everything is certain, so no question of provision, well, it never arises. Okay. So now you understood what is the meaning of provision. Okay. So naturally provision means for uncertain liability and any expenses you want to allocate for the our earlier based upon the earlier estimation. You provided some amount. Okay. So now we're going to see, so what is the example about provision? So what are the possibility where you are going to provide? So first one, provision for depreciation. That's what we are going to learn. First one, our chapter already here, correct? So when you understood here, so when you go for depreciation, you can clearly understood. So you want to create provision for depreciation. What is the meaning that? See, when you are maintaining any asset, for example, car. So you are maintaining, you are using the car. Naturally, you can't, when you purchase your car 2 years back, you can't expect your car having the same running speed or same quality of the car, correct? Same maintenance of, you want to spend every year some money for repairs. Okay, repairs will come. So naturally when you are using the car, naturally what happened? The car become tired, naturally, correct? So for that only I calculated depreciation. That's what here, provision for depreciation. So very interesting, very important. That's why we will discuss detailedly the chapter. Okay, very important chapter. Second, repairs and renewals. This also we want to create provision to maintain some amount for the repairs. So anyway, definitely some repair will come as usual, correct? For example, even for us, correct? So suddenly you have become, what happened? Fever, so some health issue, headache. Okay, so for that, some expenses suddenly you are meeting. For that, you want to maintain some provision for repairs and renewals. What is renewals? So any plant and machinery in the business, in the company, in a factory. So repairs is very important. We don't know when the suddenly machine will stop. So for that, you want to maintain running of the machinery. You want to maintain to alert the machinery always. So renewals, any spare parts you want to make it to running the machinery. Then only the production will be producing smoothly. Understood? That's why the plant and machinery. That's what they are telling the repairs and renewals. It's very important. Otherwise, what will happen? So, for example, suddenly machinery stopped. So, what will happen? So, the production won't come. So, laborers ideally sitting. So, unnecessarily company will pay salary. So, but no production. So, reason machinery not maintaining properly. Correct? Same example. Suppose you are not maintaining your car properly. So, when you are traveling from one place to another, suddenly the car have break. Correct? Suddenly what will happen? Breakdown. We will say breakdown. Reason? You are not maintaining your car in a proper running condition. That's what this is the happening. Repairs and renewals. Then taxation is very important. So when you are running the company, definitely you know what is your profit. Every year your profit will increase. Based upon that, you are going to pay tax to the country. Correct? So definitely you want to pay to the tax. You want to pay the income tax. Maybe two types of tax. Direct tax or indirect tax. That's what we discussed in our general entries. What? Goods and service tax. So that is the mandatory. When you are running a company, you want to pay tax. So end of the year, suddenly you can't pay tax. For that, periodically you want to allocate some amount. That's why provision for taxation is very important. So provide some money for the tax purpose. Now itself. Understood? That's what. Then, bad and doubtful debts is very interesting. As you know very well, what is bad debts? We discussed already in a journal entry. So any debtor not in a position to pay naturally, for example 20,000 we want to recover from the debtor. So unfortunately you paid only 19,000. So 1,000 rupees are not yet paid. So we keeping on giving the calls, sir please give me the money, the balance money. Okay, so one fine morning we consider as a bad debts. Right? That's a possibility. So we can't make it discount. So discount is different, bad debts is different. That's why it is called bad debts. So what is the bad debts? Unrecovered money from the debtor. So in future, for example, you are dealing with some 25 debtors, 25 customers who are dealing the business. You want to expect some 6 lakhs every year. So definitely some 50,000 you can expect considered as a bad debts, unable to recover. So for that, now itself, you want to provide, that's what is called doubtful debts. Doubtful debts. Some debts won't come. That's why it is doubtful. Bad debts is different. Bad and doubtful debts. That's why provision for bad and doubtful debts. You want to create now itself. For example, 6 lakhs, you want to expect some money from the debtors. some out of the 6 lakh, definitely some 50,000 worth of exam I'm telling. Some amount it's very difficult to recover. So now itself we want to make a provision for that bad and doubtful debts to show in our profit and loss account to make it correct profit, true fair view of the profit. Correct, that is the main purpose. And finally, very important, same discount on debtors. Okay, these two based upon whom? Debtors. What is discount on debtors? So usually you know you are giving discount. Why you are giving discount to debtors? To encourage sales, correct? How you are getting discount received from the supplier? Similarly, discount on debtors. When you are running a business, you are encouraging debtors to make it more sales. You are giving discount. So for that also company meeting what? Expenses. You want to provide some discount for future. So you can expect this is the money. If you give the discount, they will give the proper payment. That's what discount on debtors. The provision for discount on debtors. This two related to whom? Debtors. You know very well. When a person become debtors naturally, whenever goods sold on credit. Okay, so that is the main reason here. So debtors, the two things is very very important. On provision for bad and doubtful debts, provision for discount on debtors. The two things when you prepare for final accounts, you can clearly understood. The very two important adjustments. Both is coming under adjustment. So future when you learn for the final accounts, you can clearly understood. Now understood the example, especially for provision for depreciation and provision for repairs and renewals and provision for taxation, very important. Fourth one is provision for bad and doubtful debts and discount on debtors. These two related to debtors. Okay, now understood the provisions. Now we are going to move the objectives of provision. The purpose, why I am going to create. That is very important. Necessity. Correct. The requirement, the purpose, objectives of provision. Now we are going to discuss that one. Okay. So now let's see the objectives of provision. Okay, that is very very important. Everything behind the purpose is very important. The purpose of creating provision. Okay. So now let's see what are the objectives of provision. The importance of creating provision. So first one, to meet anticipated losses and liabilities. So what's the meaning of anticipated? Anyway, you know very well that it is expected loss. It is anticipated means it is expected losses and liabilities. So that's why I tell you provisions are created for meeting anticipated loss. So definitely you know that this is the losses or this is the liabilities. It is anticipated, it is expected, isn't it? And liabilities. Okay. So that's why out of 5 example we given the example of provision. We given see 3 coming under anticipated losses and liabilities. What is the 3? See first one we discussed the provision for doubtful debts and provisions for discount on debtors. These two definitely you want to anticipate. Definitely some of the debtor won't pay money. That is as usual in a business, isn't it? Similarly, you want to maintain how much discount you are going to provide for the proper debtors. We will pay promptly payment. Okay, that's what discount on debtors. So two things is anticipated. That's why it is coming under to meet anticipated loss and liabilities. Okay, third one, provision for taxation. Yes, you are definitely going to pay tax if you earn profit. So no one expect business definitely going for loss, correct? So everyone why they are doing business to make it more profit. That is why the businessman mostly work hard, maintain that. So for make it more turnover, more sales, definitely they should ready to pay tax to the country, correct? Asset, indirect tax like GST, now goods and service tax. So for that, the provision for taxation is anticipated losses and liabilities. So you want to show in your profit and loss account. So how much tax paid or how much you are going to provide, correct? That's what the idea here. The first one, to make anticipated losses and liabilities. That's why provisions are created for meeting anticipated loss and liabilities. 3 important examples already we discussed. What are 3 anticipated losses and liabilities? Bad and doubtful debts. That's what. Second one, provision for bad and doubtful debts. Provision for discount on debtors and very important, provision for taxation. So these three are coming under anticipated losses. Okay, liabilities. Second one, to meet known losses and liabilities. What is that, sir? Definitely you know very well. This is maybe anticipated. We can expect it. But this is very, very definite. Definitely you know to know losses. What is that? So that's what provisions for meeting known losses or liabilities. What is that? Very, very important. Provision for repairs and renewals. See, when you are maintaining plant and machinery in a factory, definitely machinery will one day suddenly it will make bread because of the usage. That is natural. So for that, you want to maintain repair work and renewals. You can make it by spare parts readily to run the production. That is very important. In a production, you are not doing production proper way. So naturally your finished goods, that is, once what is the finished goods? That is the FG, finished goods, go for the sales outside. You are not maintaining properly allocation of the money for the repairs and renewals. It will affect the entire business. Everyone will affect because of the low production. So that's why here this is coming under to meet known losses and liabilities. This one is anticipated losses. This is known losses. So out of 5, for example, only you know that 3 coming under anticipated losses, 1 coming under known liability. So provision for depreciation, that is the mandatory. Then only you know the current value of the asset. Okay. To present correct financial statement. It's very, very important. So why, sir? Why we want to maintain provision? Why we want to create provision? That's what this point, to present correct financial statements. Right? If you are not maintaining provision, so what will happen? You are telling wrong projection, wrong profit in a profit and loss account. That is wrong. You are not providing for this out of 4 discussion, and including depreciation also. So your asset not showing the correct value at the time of sale. Disposal of asset is where we will discuss depreciation chapter. So what is disposal of asset? On fine morning you want to sell the asset. For that day you want to know the value of the asset. You want to call it a depreciation, correct? You want to provide depreciation. That's what here, this is the important point, objective of provision, the creation of provision, to present correct financial statement. Okay. So in order to present correct financial statement, okay, to report. What is the report you are getting? True profit and financial position. Here you want to give financial position, our balance sheet, correct? So what is financial position? What is our asset? What's our liability? Suppose you are not providing depreciation, the asset value is wrong. You are not providing your provision for discount on debtors and provision for doubtful debts. The debtor value is wrong, correct? In a financial position, you are showing the wrong value of the debtors, wrong value of the assets. Now we will see now how it will appear on balance sheet. Understood? That's what here, true profit and financial position. It was a true profit when you are preparing for your trading account and profit and loss account. From the trial balance, correct? After trial balance, you know that. So from the trial balance, that's what we discussed, rectification of errors to make it trial balance should be trial. So once the trial balance is ready, next duty to prepare financial statement. If everything you want to provide properly, want to create provision, then only will give the true profit and true position of the company. That's what they try to say. So the business must, that's why the business must maintain, that is very important, must maintain, okay, provision for known liabilities and losses. So, to present current financial statement, creation of provision is very, very, very important. Okay. Otherwise, what will happen? Your true picture won't come true picture. Okay. That's why the auditor will submit the report. True and fair view of the statement. That where true and fair view of the statement. So, auditor will certify based upon the scrutiny of all the statements. Then will government will agree, correct? So, without auditor statement, the income tax authority or over the GST, they never accepted your report, correct? So that's what the present correct financial statement, the creation of provision is very, very important. So that's what you want to classify what is anticipated losses, so what is known losses. Now understood. So now we are going to see how it will appear on the balance sheet, accounting treatment. Okay, now let's see. So now the accounting treatment, that is very, very important. That's what the heading was, accounting treatment and disclosure of provision. So I will show in our two statements. One is profit and loss account, other is balance sheet. That's what I am showing the example here. Debiting, debit side, credit side. It is profit and loss account for the year ended. Okay. When you go for the final accounts, you will learn how to prepare profit and loss account and balance sheet. Before that, VAT is very, very important. What is that? See, provision is a charge against the profits. So this VAT is very, very, very important. What is that charge against the profit? That means what? So whether you are earning profit or loss, you want to show these provisions, anticipated losses and known losses. That's what. So which concept you want to follow? That is conservatism concept, isn't it? Or prudence concept. You understood now the concept now. So here prudence or conservatism concept you have to follow. You are earning profit or loss, but you want to anticipate what? Loss. For that you want to create some losses, some liabilities you want to provide. That's why the provision makes a major role to follow which concept? Conservatism or prudence concept. Then what is the other concept? This periodic concept. For example, you want to provide for the current year. For example, running for this year, so provision also related to only this year. So last year I forget to provide, so now I am going to provide. So there is no logic. So that means what will happen? You have to follow the periodic concept and revenue recognition concept also. So for that only you want to show correct profit and loss, revenue recognition for the current period, related to particular period of revenue and particular period of expenses only. You want to show true profit and loss account. Now understood? So conservative concept or prudence concept or periodic concept or revenue recognition concept, even for depreciation purpose, cost concept, like historical cost. Okay, cost concept. Now understood now. So now we are going to relate it with the concept. You can clearly understand the meaning of provision now. Okay, that's what here provision is a charge against the profit. So that means what? Whether you are earning profit or loss, you want to show in a profit and loss account. That's what I am showing. See here the profit and loss account, you want to show provision for depreciation. Okay. So whether you are provided or depreciation calculation you want to show. So adjustments. So any provisions means no adjustments. You want to show provision for depreciation. Immediately you go to asset side. This is the balance sheet called horizontal. Okay. That means T form. Okay. For higher classes, balance sheet according to Companies Act, we will see vertical format statement one by one. But this is called T form. So both is coming under what type? Horizontal. Okay, we have to write horizontal type. Understood? That's what T form. So like as you know, balance sheet. So first one as a provision for depreciation. Immediately, how you are going to give effect in balance sheet under the fixed asset. Okay, depreciation related to asset. So whatever the concerned fixed asset may be land. Okay, so land mostly depreciation won't come, only the appreciation. So building it will come, depreciation. Okay. Thereafter, which is very important, car, machinery, plant and machinery, computer, like that. Okay. So that's what concerned fixed asset. For that, we are going to deduct provision for depreciation. Then only you know the exact asset value for the particular date. That's what balance sheet has on. For example, 31/3/2020. Okay, I understand. That's right. Financial position of the company. So what is my asset? Suppose you are not calculating depreciation, naturally, here also you can't show correct profit or loss. So accordingly here, you can't show your exact value of the particular asset. I understood. That's what the importance of here, provision for depreciation, both sides. Thereafter, provision for repairs and renewals. Okay, so that's what we are going to show in the debit side. I understood. So that's what here I am showing liability side. So some provision I am going to show in the asset side deduction. Some provision it is coming under asset liability. Understood? The deduction here everything debit side. see carefully. Profit and loss account, everything debit side, coming for the balance sheet, some are going to fixed asset, direct some assets. Some provision are going to show directly current liabilities. Here I am showing directly. See, repairs and renewals here, I am going to show directly here. Correct? Under which head? Liabilities. Under the current liabilities. What is current liabilities? You go for the accounting term. You can see the current liabilities you want to settle within the year. Correct? So here that's what here current assets. What is the current assets here? Assets which is realized within the year. Okay, you go for the accounting term, you understood the meaning of the current asset and what are the assets coming under current assets. Okay, that's what the practice. So how you are related to the information for the study purpose. How you are making yourself enhanced study. What is that? What is enhanced? How to improve your accountancy subject, make it strong. Okay, that's what here. Provision for repairs and renewals. I am shown directly under the current liabilities. So every year you want to maintain that provision. Repair definitely will come. Correct. Thereafter, provision for doubtful debts, this two, and discount on debtors. This both. Okay. First you want to show in profit and loss account. This two I am going to show where in debtors. Correct. This two. So whatever debtors under that you are going to deduct your provision for doubtful debts and provision for discount on debtors. So outer amount, that is your correct value of debtors you are going to expect. Possibility of money has to come. Correct. That's what here, whatever here to discount on debtors, provision for doubtful debts, I am going to deduct from debtors. To know for exact debtors value. How much debtors I am going to collect, I can able to collect. But for that you want to show these two provisions. One is for doubtful debts, very very important. Then discount on debtors. Okay. Then finally, provisions for taxation. So you want to show it here. Similarly, when you show, you can show it in a liability side. Correct? Provision for taxes. So two information you show liability side. Remaining three you want to show fixed asset. That's what discussed. Five the best example of provision. One is for depreciation, other is for repairs and renewal, then provision for taxation, then doubtful debts, provision for doubtful debts and provision for discount on debtors. The five discussion, two came here, then three came here. Three came under asset side, two came under liability side. You understood how you are going to make it strong yourself, understanding. The treatment, that's why it is called accounting treatment. This is the treatment. How you are giving the treatment. Which one you are going to show in a profit and loss account. Similarly, so whatever you are shown in a profit and loss account, how you are giving the treatment in balance sheet also. You understood, that's why usually accountancy also like what? You will say treatment, like treatment of the patients. Similarly, how you are treating the transaction, how you are giving the effect, that's why. So whenever giving the effect of journal entries, we will say the treatment given to a particular transaction. That's what here, we are giving the treatment. Or by example, how you are giving treatment in profit and loss account, whenever coming for profit and loss account, and are coming for balance sheet. You understood? That's what? So very very important one, provisions, and very very important word, charge against the profits. Whether you are earn profit or loss. So what is the mandatory? You want to show all the five provisions. That is the mandatory. That's what they said, charge against the profit. That's what the clear meaning of the provisions. Okay. So now I hope that you understood the exactly, clearly for the provisions. The meaning of the provisions, the example of the provisions, and objectives of the provisions, and finally how you are going to treat in a profit and loss account and how your disclosure, how you want to show in a profit and loss account and the balance sheet. Okay. So I hope that you understood clearly about the provision. If you want to make it strong, you want to watch the video continuously. Right? So that's what very very important. Okay. So even provision for you, the best example, you want to provide a time for study. Then only for your examination you can write clearly. Correct. Every day you want to provide a provision for time, allocation of time. Same the best example here, provision. Okay. So for next session, next video, we will discuss what? Reserves. Okay. So I hope that you understood the provisions. A very very important discussion here. Okay. So thank you very much.